Recently, there was an article in newspapers which mentioned about inundation of many cities in India by 2050 due to rising sea water level. A significant number of population, property and infrastructure will be underwater. Incidentally, Vishakhapatnam was one of the cities that may get affected because of the change in sea level. Many low-lying areas of Vishakhapatnam may be submerged under sea water permanently, and during high tides, it may affect more areas. What does it mean to the native of Vishakhapatnam? Many prime locations of Vishakhapatnam today may disappear from the global map permanently. All those things happen so slowly and gradually that you never actually realize its occurrences. It appears in newspaper as beach erosion, which happens even now, and we all know how much we really bother for such type of news. None of us would like such thing to happen to us. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to put all the possible efforts to prevent it and save Vishakhapatnam and other cities from inundating. Of course, all this costs money, and we really don't have many options. At stake is the future of our own next generation, our country, and we don't know, maybe the humanity itself. To save Vishakhapatnam, for that matter all other coastal areas across the globe, we have roughly 20 years of time in hand. We cannot expect a central agency or government taking actions in this direction. And if at all we ourselves decides to take some actions, then we must also know what exactly we have to do in the next 20 years. From March month itself, India is witnessing unprecedented heat waves and temperature is well above the average recorded during this period in a whole century. The Himalayan ranges also experience this differential high temperature, which results in melting of snow and glaciers, resulting in extra water in the sea. We know the sea level is rising by an average of 3.6 mm per year. The area of the sea and oceans put together is 361 million square kilometer, which means to raise this area by 3.6 mm, additional 1300 cubic kilometer of water is coming from outside every year. Around 0.8 mm sea level rise is attributable to groundwater reaching up to the sea, which amounts to around 300 cubic kilometer when rounded off. Out of the 1300 cubic kilometer of extra water reaching to sea per annum, 300 is due to groundwater. Remaining 1000 cubic kilometer is melting of ice and glaciers due to global warming. If we somehow prevent this 1300 cubic kilometer of water from reaching the sea per annum, it is possible to stop the sea water level rise. Not an ordinary task. To give you an idea of 1300 cubic kilometer, it is a cubic tank of size 11 kilometer by 11 kilometer by 11 kilometer. For further better understanding, India alone gets around 4000 cubic kilometer of rainfall annually. To stop 1300 cubic kilometer of water reaching the sea per year, one best place is under the ground, as we have been extracting groundwater for many decades now and recharging was never adequate. We extract around 1000 cubic kilometer of water from ground globally, and India is taking out roughly 230 cubic kilometer of groundwater per annum. Annual global rainfall is 5,10,000 cubic kilometer, out of which around 51,000 cubic kilometer only falls on the land. Remaining falls back on the water bodies. If efforts are put in a systematic way globally, it is possible to retain 1,300 cubic kilometer of water in land year after year. India alone cannot achieve this, but the beginning has to be done somewhere. All over world, groundwater extraction is a common phenomenon. Now we all have to consider groundwater recharging in a big way. The main reason for global warming may be greenhouse gas, pollution from vehicles, and burning of fossil fuels. But indirectly, shifting of groundwater and surface water to sea is also a significant reason for global warming. Considerable amount of water from land has shifted towards the sea over many decades, which resulted in reduction in groundwater, greenery, and disappearance of surface water sources. In the coming 20 years, we have to restore the normalcy and give back all the water that was taken away from the land. We have to save all the water that we have today and store when it rains. We have to fill all the cavities that were created by over extraction of groundwater by recharging. We have to create as many as possible surface water bodies, and by continuous dredging, extra volume is to be created in rivers for holding more water. On the domestic front, all water extracted from ground or received through pipes should be used judiciously without wastage. In a planned way, we all should plant as many trees as possible and improve greenery, the natural air conditioners. All these activities, along with government initiated migration to e-vehicles, solar energy, and reduced dependence on fossil fuels, will bring the desired results in coming 20 years. And in a phased manner, required reversal can be achieved. We are making a separate video, detailed video for actions to be taken and its modalities. As a pilot project, we have taken initiatives in Visakhapatnam to harvest rainwater, save groundwater, and to prevent wastage. We really don't have time to wait. Results that we are looking for are global cooling, groundwater revival, restoration of greenery, and all these within next 20 years. So let's take action. You can visit our website greenfactsindia.com to contact us for water harvesting and saving measures in Visakhapatnam. Our today's actions will change the destiny of our own city of destiny, Visakhapatnam, and other cities in general. Thank you.